motherfucker. What the fuck? Dude, I can't take this Lady Gaga thing. We can bet on that too. What's the odds? Welcome back. It's insane. Welcome back to What's the Odds. Welcome. I'm very smart. Welcome back to What's the Odds. The odds. Welcome back. Magnets. Welcome right to What's the Odds.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What's the odds? With Steve Renazizi. Yes, we are back. February 27th, the second to last day of February. I am joined, as always, by Brenton Biddlecombe.
What's up, guys?
I want to start off by saying thank you to those of you in Vancouver. What a good time at Just for Laughs this weekend. You been to Vancouver?
Yeah.
It was.
I did. What is it? The Comedy Mix up there?
Comedy Mix is a great club,
Really
from what I've
great
heard. But I was at the at Yuck Yucks, and it was part of the Just for Laughs festival. So the people that came out were awesome. I had never performed in Vancouver before. I've heard it's a progressive city.
Mm-hmm.
They did ooh and ah a little bit at some stuff.
It's like polite Seattle.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Very similar.
Yeah. They're a little Portland-esque, a little hippie too.
Mm-hmm.
It's that sort of vibe as well. But they were really awesome. They were fun. And Just for Laughs was great. I got to hang with some people I haven't seen in a while. Rory Scovel. I haven't seen Natasha in a while. Andy Kindler did his alt show after mine. So, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Good to hang with people. But thank you for those of you who came out. Did you go anywhere this weekend? No, you were in town, right?
I was in town. I was at the store.
Yep. Yeah, it was kind of a weird weekend, a strange weekend. Let's start with the Academy Awards. I want to go find out what the results were.
All right.
Because
know what the
did you watch
results
them, by the way?
are. I did, yeah.
What'd you think of the no host thing?
I thought it was better. It cut out all of the slowing down. You don't need all these like comedic gags and stuff. And
I like the opening. Adam Lambert is like he's a lot, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He does that like for as like a Vegas. Is he a part of that? He has like a residency in Vegas. I think Queen plays.
Yeah,
in Vegas. He plays with them.
He tours with them, yeah.
So he does that all
Yeah.
the time.
He does that all the time.
Okay, because I was
I mean,
like,
that's not
oh.
a bad gig.
No, and he's a good singer too. I was
Mhm.
wondering what happened to him after he was on American Idol, right?
That's what happened to him.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was like all right, open the show, Queen. It's a movie
But,
about the.
I mean, it moved.
Yeah,
There wasn't any lag time.
I didn't miss a monologue.
I didn't need to see like people coming in to get pizza and all that stuff. It's like just give the awards out. Let's keep it moving.
funny gags and stuff.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
So they might not. I've been reading. They might not go back to a host.
Fine. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a thankless job.
Mhm.
I mean, look, every one of us would do it, because of prestige of what it. But it's like I wouldn't want. It wouldn't be like, oh yes, I'm psyched. So it's perfect. Let Adam Lambert sing every year. Let him come out and do whatever, whatever movies next year. If it's a depressing movie, let him sing another
Well,
depressing
they're gonna
song.
have the Elton John movie next year.
Oh yeah, I saw the previews for that. Is this what we're gonna do though? Is this what it's gonna be now for the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Bio docs.
Hey, we haven't done Chicago yet. We got to get Billy Joel.
Who's gonna play Fat Billy Joel? Tim Dillon as Billy Joel. Long Island's own Tim Dillon as Billy Joel. I would love to see that. I would go see that movie. I don't know why I can hear myself in the thing, but it's all right. Do you hear what I'm hearing or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Sounds like I can hear everyone in here. No big deal. Anyway, so I thought I talked to Harloff. We were texting back and forth during the Academy Awards, and some of the categories where I had called, he was like, "Oh, good job on that." And at the end, I thought he had won 5-4. But little did I know, you came in this morning to tell me something different,
I
correct?
have good news for you. And I just want to start off by saying we were all terrible.
I don't think we were terrible.
We were. Everyone was less than 50%. That's not good.
Really?
In
You're supposed
baseball, it's fine. I mean, there was a guy at Soapbox Films, the company that we work with. He, out of the, I think, 27 categories or 24 categories, whatever it is, he only missed 3.
3.
Yeah.
That's a much better percentage than we had.
Yes.
I missed 3 and we did 9 or 10.
You
I missed
more
more
than
than 3. Fucking Ludwig.
Yeah.
That guy. I knew it. I was like, oh, come on. And then that one I knew. And then
that is the one that I got that neither one of you got, and that's pretty much it.
yeah,
everything else
the
was-
Ludwig one you nailed.
Yeah.
And that guy was great. I remember that guy's speech.
That was where I'm an expert. Everything else
By the
is
way,
like throwing a dart at the board.
I remember specifically that guy thanking the Black Panther director, Coogan, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Because they were in the same dorm room 12 years ago at USC. It's like 12 years. They're like 34, 4
You
years
saw
old.
how young he looked.
I
He
know,
looked
but
like
that's
a surfer dude that just put on a tux and walked in.
that
Oh,
long hair,
whoa.
dude. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh shit, yeah. What's up, dude?
Okay, I'll take this.
So you got that one right, correct?
Yeah, I got
nicely
that one
done.
right. But I mean, you guys ended up with 4 each. I had 3 each. I blame the animated feature for screwing me over.
That
Not knowing that was a shoe-in.
shoe-in, dude.
Not knowing. Don't have kids. Living in ignorance and having the freedom to go out at night and not go to a cartoon.
Yeah. Well, that one, yeah. But you knew Ludwig, so and that's the one that
Yeah,
you
that one
equalized us.
I stand by that one.
I think I should win. Just, and I'm not saying that because
Green
it's my
Book.
thing. Green Book,
Green Book calling
winning
that.
the Best Picture, and basically nailing this. What
But-
I believe was the sentiment behind why it won.
What's that?
The feeling of like this is almost a family film. This has got a great message. This has got a look into a world that not all of us were familiar with. Brilliant performances, and there's no parts of that movie where if my kids walked in, I'd be like, this is not. So that's why it's almost a family film. So I figured everyone would get behind that. Everyone but Spike Lee.
Yeah, did you hear what he did?
Dude, his behavior, bro. His behavior. First of all, I'm not going to get into what he was wearing. I was happy about it. I expected nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
But he did have a very specific look that it was like almost like I thought he was like Flavor Flav's dad. Like that's if Flavor Flav was going to get and like they went to high school together and one of them had to give a speech about another one. That's how I'd expect him to show up, like what he was wearing. So that being said, but it's still, it's the Academy Awards. I don't think anyone was dressed particularly like I don't want to use the word, but like where are you seeing these outfits anywhere else in the world? Where in the world? Oh,
Are we getting a phone call?
No, I'm actually getting a phone call.
Oh.
I'm getting a phone call. This is definitely not, and this is a solicitor. And I'm not going to pick it up, and I'll tell you why, because they're just going to continue to call back. And I'm just going to have to
block the
deal with
number.
that. But something about me just wants to pick up a damn phone call
Steve,
on this
block the
podcast.
number.
I'll do that at the end. I don't know how to do that, but I got to
I'll
keep
show
calling
you how
back.
to do it. There's
Thanks.
this beautiful thing. You block it, and then they just call you from a slightly different number.
Thank you, Brenton.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, I was saying, so I'm not seeing anyone wearing stuff that I was like, oh, I wish my wife wore that, or that would look great
Yeah.
on, whatever.
Well, it's like it's almost like what is the big fashion show that everyone goes
the
to?
Met Gala.
Yeah, it's almost like the Academy Awards.
But that's
are all
for
the
art.
throwaway
That's an
stuff,
art thing.
But it's
This-
all like here's the throwaway dresses and tuxes and whatever, and they put those on and go to the Academy Awards.
And here's how I know it was bad. Even my wife was like, I'm not into any of this stuff. And
Yeah.
she'll always find an excuse to find one of those things like, oh, you're not getting it.
What
you're
about
not,
Lady Gaga's diamond necklace?
Fine. I mean, diamonds are, to me, it's like whatever.
That thing was fucking crazy, though. That was like the size of my fist.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not impressive to me. It's like probably hundreds of people had to lose their life to get that thing out of the fucking ground. And there's 10 people walking behind her to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. She takes it off. It's not hers. I want to see what these women are beautiful. The dudes they look good.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is the #1 masculine podcast on the All Things Comedy
We talk about
Network.
sports.
And how good the dudes look. And did you see anyone that you were like, oh, I love that dress, or that was like a thing where I was like, oh, you didn't
Yeah,
care?
that one dude had a great dress
I
on.
honestly didn't watch the red carpet or the awards because I was in a car on my way back from Utah.
Oh yeah, forgot you were running. By the
Half
way,
marathon.
while we were sitting on our fat asses, big tuchuses,
I'm very
big.
tiny.
I've actually feel pretty good right now. Actually, I'm not skinny. I'm not fat.
You were just skiing. You're in good shape.
I'm okay.
Neither one
I'm
of
all
us
right.
are
But I did
large.
tear my calf. But Emma was racing around Utah in 9-degree weather. 9 degrees, and she started before the sun came up. Okay? So that's a legit no sun out, 9 degrees. Legit. Like 9 degrees, probably even worse.
Frozen.
Deadly frozen. Okay? Now, I mean, that's a lot. That's probably the best feat of athleticism done, but definitely by the three of us.
Until I do 91 push-ups today.
Oh yeah. Brenton lost.
Brenton, could you? All right, first of all, you could do the 91 push-ups. That's great. Okay, you won't be able to do them in a row, obviously, because you're not going to be able to do that. You're not fucking Cameron Hayes.
You don't know that.
But even if you did
Division 3 athlete.
900 push-ups, it would still pale in comparison to the fact that Emma ran 3 hours in 9 degrees. 13.5 miles, was it?
13.17.
13.17
I'll race
miles.
you guys right now.
You want to go run 13
Yeah,
miles?
let's go right now.
Let's go. I got my shoes in the car.
First of all, like I said, I have
Here
a
come
bad
the excuses.
No, I have a bad calf,
He has
That's
an audition
fine.
in an hour.
Excuses.
and I have an audition in an hour.
Yeah.
I could get it done
sure.
within
I have 3
that hour
auditions in
and
an hour.
still be able to audition.
You're
That I
gonna
know
run
I could
13
do.
miles in an hour?
I have 3 auditions.
Record breaking.
Would
I've
that be
got-
a record?
The record for the race I ran this weekend was an hour and 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
Which I don't know the exact math on it, but I think that's like a 4 or 5 minute mile.
Every mile.
Yeah.
No miles where they took a break for like an hour and took a
Yeah,
nap.
no, I walked one of the 13 miles.
You did.
I did.
Which one?
There was a really gnarly hill right before one of the like aid stations, and I really had to pee.
We should have bet on it. Really? That you had to go, and you were
Yeah.
like, it's either in my pants or I pull over to the
Well,
side.
there are some people in crazy important races
Oh.
who do just go and don't stop,
Just
which
do it,
is
Lloyd.
disgusting. I did not do that. We stopped to pee twice.
You did.
Yep.
But did you have any did you have any fluids in you at that point, or were you
Yeah,
like,
we drank. Well, I had a cup of coffee when I woke up because we woke up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I needed that. And
But
then
then you had to
I
burn that off in the first 3 miles?
probably. And then I had I had a water bottle pack on my back, so we could drink water while we ran.
Oh, and that didn't freeze?
Nope. I had it underneath 2 of my layers. I had it strapped around my waist under 2 hoodies, which I inevitably ended up shedding.
Got
Because
it.
it was 35 degrees when we finished.
Okay.
So
That
the
must have
temperature
felt like
went
Florida.
up. Yeah, it felt really warm, and then I went and took a shower and went back outside, and I was freezing again.
Oh my God! I watched that Real Sports last night on the guy that these 2 guys did Antarctica. They went across
Yeah.
1,000 miles
Without any help.
They say the most
They
dangerous.
walk or they run,
They walk. They ski, but they have to carry their shit. They're on their own.
like they're camping shit and everything.
Camping shit. Camping shit? It's like they have like a sled with a tent that you got to see this guy put this fucking tent up. Try putting a tent up in 1,000-mile-an-hour winds behind a plane taking off. That's what this guy's trying to do. Then, like, if that thing blows away, you're dead. No one's coming to get you.
That just sounds so unenjoyable.
Insane. But almost like what you were saying, like what I thought about how you must have felt in like 9 degrees running, that to me is like already a mental barrier that I would never be able to break.
You know, I thought the same thing until I was standing there, and I was like, holy shit, please just let me run. I'm so cold.
He did say, though, that the number one thing you can't do, this guy down in Antarctica, is sweat. Because
Because then your stuff gets wet, and then
your
it
stuff
freezes.
gets wet. All right, Em. Can I?
She's an
No,
expert.
that ha-
You're talking
what's
to
the
an
odds?
expert. You're telling an
With
expert
Emma.
how to do things.
I know. I was trying to get the slow reveal.
This is
but-
how I would do it, Emma.
My headband froze while I was running. I
What did you do?
experienced
Did it feel heavy on your head?
I took it off for a little while, and then I had a bandana over my nose and my mouth so that I wasn't breathing the cold air too intensely. But then the condensation from my breath froze that too, so I took it off.
Whoa.
It was weird.
And did you ever go back and pick that shit up?
No, they have little drop stations at every mile for clothes you want to discard so that we don't litter in the park. And then they go back and pick those up, but you don't get it back.
Nice. You don't get that stuff back. That stuff goes away. Oh my God, Em. I can't. We should have bet on how long it was going to take you to do it. Did you do it in what you wanted to do it in?
I had never run one before, so I didn't have a goal. I didn't know. They ask you that when you sign up. How long do you think it'll take you to run it? And I said You have 4 hours to do it, and I just said 4 hours because I had no clue.
You're
what
like,
I
give me
was
the
doing.
max.
I'd never run it before. I just wanted to finish it. And
What's the longest you'd run before that? Marathons? Have you
like,
done marathons?
No, that's the longest I've ever run. I had done some training runs that were 6 to 7 miles, but that was it.
Oh my God! So you doubled up the most mileage you've ever run in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the most I've ever run is 6 miles. That would be like me going out tomorrow and be like, and then going to do it in 9 degrees. Hell
Wild.
yeah!
But I did it with 2 of my best friends, which made it a lot easier. We had each other to.
Are they runners?
No, we did it because a friend of mine, her dad passed away, and she was like, I need a project need something to work towards.
Yeah.
I signed up for half marathon. So we were like, all right, let's go.
Perfect. Get your
We
mind
done-
off.
no,
So
we hadn't
what's
done it
next? Are
before.
you going to do a full marathon?
I don't know. There's another half marathon in October through the Redwoods that I think we're going to go do
That's cool.
because that sounds beautiful.
Look at you guys.
I'm going to see America by running.
I'm happy for you. That sounds wonderful. I'm glad you
Modern-day
did it too.
Forrest Gump.
I know. She's going to race across America. But so you didn't watch any of it. You didn't care
Nope.
about the Academy Awards.
Well, I probably would have watched it if I was home because of this podcast. I was curious if y'all were winning, but I was in a car in traffic in Vegas
Some
somewhere.
people
Who
were
knows?
winning.
I thought we were doing well. I really thought, according to
No.
what the stuff that was coming in, there was no. Can I say this? I don't think there was a category that happened that we all missed. Was there one of those?
No, there was. We all missed Glenn Close.
Oh yes, we did miss Glenn Close.
Yeah.
And why did we miss? That's the one I could have come out with. That's the one I knew the favorite was going to pull something.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked supporting actress, which in hindsight, damn it, that
But
Regina
you got
King
supporting
thing.
actor.
I know.
Or no, you got
know,
best actor.
Best
Sorry,
Actor.
we both got best supporting actor, and you got best actor.
I know.
Really
Supporting
didn't-
actor.
I really thought Hollywood was going to be like, I can't do anything for Bohemian Rhapsody, and it ended up sweeping everything except Best Picture.
And he didn't thank Bryan Singer.
I mean, they were probably told ahead of time, do not.
Don't even bring him up.
Don't bring him up.
He was very he was very.
Can't talk about him.
What got me here?
We will
thank
cut
you
your speech if you talk about him.
Interesting. Very. What did you think of the Gaga? Did you see that? The Gaga Bradley Cooper.
So they're like together, right?
No,
But
he's
they
married.
are.
He's married.
Yeah, and she had to watch all that from the front row.
I don't understand why people keep making such a big deal about it. They're two actors. What do you mean, dude?
There's chemistry there.
'Cause
There's
actors have never
a lot
fallen
of
in love on set
sexual
before.
chemistry.
Yeah, but it's like they're. Do you know how bad it would be? Like, here's Bradley Cooper is such a pristine brand right now. He's built such a pristine brand that for him to leave his wife and new kids for Lady Gaga, which we all know is not the great love of his life. Okay, we all know this, by the way. Welcome back to Extra. So it's not. It's even if he had feelings, which of course he does. He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pro, dude. He's a pro. He's figured out. He wants to be the greatest ever, and he's not going to do that by
Maybe.
I'm telling you, dude. It's
Maybe.
not. It's all he knows. It's being talked about. He knows people are talking about how magical it was and how great he did. So it's great for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for him.
What movie do you think he's going to remake next year?
I don't know if he directs again for a while. I think he probably just goes back to
I
doing.
bet he jumps right in.
I don't know. I think he got. I don't know. I mean, he probably got a little bit like for what? It's a lot of work to not get recognized for the thing he really
got
wanted to get.
recognized, though. Even
Sure.
though he didn't win.
Someone's trying to call us. Right? I looked at my phone. It was like we'd been preparing for that moment.
You
For what
panicked.
now? 15 podcasts,
panicked,
16,
I
17
froze, you
podcasts.
panicked.
I looked at my phone. I saw Madrigal texting me, but that's not what it was.
Can I just say
Then
that
we
your
didn't know where it came-
overwhelming support as fans of this show is heartwarming,
Yep.
and we appreciate you
It's unbelievable.
so much.
Thank you guys so much for all you do for us. All the giving.
And look,
what
we
is now
understand
prank
that
phone calls.
the lines are busy. You've been trying. You're trying to get through. There's just so many of you calling that we haven't been able to take a single call because there's just too many.
What are we gonna
Emma's
do?
hands can't move fast enough.
She's over there. She's got a lot of fingers on the buttons. But, what are we going to do, guys? Thank
It's
you
like
so much.
whack-a-mole over there.
We had one caller.
No,
What do
that
you think
was
they
like
want
our-
to talk about?
It's like our
Bradley
third
Cooper?
caller. Maybe.
Bradley Cooper?
Maybe. I think it was Lady Gaga calling.
Could you imagine if that was Bradley Cooper calling us to set the record straight? Just saying. That could have been
By the
the
way,
moment.
sidebar, his watch is on auction right now, the one he wore at the Academy Awards. It is currently at $38,000 with another week to go.
Well, tell me what kind of watch it is. I'll tell you what it is. What it's worth.
Pull it up. Pull it up. You should see it.
Pull it up.
It's a really fucking nice. Just Google
Google
Bradley Cooper's Academy Awards watch.
B. Coops.
It'll come up. It's a fucking nice watch, but it's not at $38,000. It's probably going to go for like 50, 55.
Oscar watch. Bingo. What do we got here?
GQ right there.
So let's see. Oh, yeah. That's a timepiece right there.
Mhm.
That's a timepiece. Well, first of all, Omega Speedmaster worn by Buzz Aldrin on the moon. So, yeah.
Well, that's a list of like the greatest watches that have sold for
Petite Philippe.
ridiculous
Yeah, dude.
amounts of money.
I have a couple nice watches. And, ooh, yeah, that's a beauty. What does it retail for?
That I don't know.
It's probably, okay. Price started at 16 grand. That's probably what it retails for.
Follow the so 16
20
grand's the retail, but click on the online bidding and let's see what it's at right now.
Well, I mean, why? Just because it was on his wrist? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I
right?
mean everybody wants a watch with a story.
Is this
and
going for charity?
it's going for charity, yes.
It is?
Yeah.
60 grand!
$60,000.
60 grand! Is that my wife?
Holy shit.
Babe, this better not be you. And don't fucking pawn it off like it's a present for me. Just because you're smelling
Just
it.
wanted to do something nice.
Yeah. Over under 100 grand. How much time's left? What are the odds this thing goes for 20 bids? Time left to bid. 5 days.
5 days.
It's going over 100
Yeah,
grand.
it's going over 100 grand.
It's going over
That's-
100 grand. Because once things get tight at the end, you spend 100 grand on Bradley Cooper's watch. Condition report. The watch is delivered directly from the manufacturer, notably by Bradley Cooper at, born for a few hours.
For a few hours.
A lot of sweat.
But he
I'm
sang
in the
that.
shallow
He sang in
now.
that. He put, was it on his right wrist? Because that arm went around Lady Gaga.
It's a very important watch. He's only sang once at the Academy Awards. He probably only
Twice.
will sing.
He sang.
What?
He went to Vegas. He showed up in
No,
Vegas.
no, at the Academy Awards.
Oh, I
He's
got
never
you.
going to sing again.
I
at
got
the
you. Well, he
Academy
might
Awards.
sing again. You don't know.
When is he going to? All right.
He's just got to write another movie where he gets to sing.
I like this watch. I'm going to put a bid on it. 70. Yeah, I think it goes over 100 grand for sure. For sure.
If you want to put a bet behind that, I'll take the under if we put a bet behind it. I think it's going to go over too. But if we put something, if there's a stake, then I'll go the under. I'll say $99,999.99.
All right, then you have to sing Shallows
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
Just
You know it's a duet.
I'll play the other part,
Okay.
or I might sing it.
You're probably going to sing it.
I get too into these things, Brenton, and I can really sing. Like, honestly, dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. He did a great job. That's not his
Yeah,
forte.
he did.
But
The balls
he's not a
too.
singer, you
well,
know.
he also doesn't. He's not a live performance guy.
But I got a problem with all those guys. Like, remember those Baz Luhrmann
You
movies?
understand the
with
pressure though of like all of your peers in the room. It'd be like
Oh,
performing
yeah.
to Just Comics.
Dude, I know. It's like roast battle. It's
Mhm.
kind of the same, but not really, and it can go really fucking
Except
poorly.
Roast Battle's not televised to millions of people, and
true.
every move
Well,
you
it
make is
is.
going to be criticized.
The one I did was.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, it sucks to go, oh, fuck. Oh, this is what I do, but kind of in the same wheelhouse.
yeah.
I think that,
So I mean, respect to Bradley, and it was a good movie. I liked it. I thought he should have gotten at least nominated for something.
Yeah.
Who were nominated?
they didn't win anything.
Who were the best directors?
Oh,
I mean, I think
well,
the
best director went to
well, I know who won, but who were the guys that got it
Alfonso.
ahead of him?
Who?
Like got nominated instead of him.
Oh, well, Spike Lee, which, by the way, we got off of his behavior. When he won, His speech, great, fine, whatever. His speech, it's exactly what I expected. But then when he lost to, I guess, Alfonso Cuarón, who won for Best Director, that was like a blow to him. And I think when Green Mile won Best Picture, did you see what his quote was at the end?
Spike Lee's.
Yeah, it was something
I
about
heard
like
he
I
was
felt
at-
like I was sitting courtside of the Garden, and the ref
and
blew
the ref
call.
made a bad call. And then when he was at whatever after party he went to, and he was asked about what he thought of the Best Picture, he took a big drink and he was like, "Next question."
Yeah,
So he was a sore loser. But
Yeah.
I still think, I mean, you got it right. It was the dark horse pick. Roma was probably the favorite and maybe should have won Best Picture. And then they were saying Black Klansman was like the next film that also could have gotten it. I don't think Green Book was the best film this year, but I also think it was a pretty weak field.
I did. I didn't think it was, but I knew it was going to win. Why? My gut. My gut tells me things like this, and that's what I told you.
Where are these nominees?
Yeah, we Regina King. Congratulations to her. I should have
was
knew
great.
that one. I should have known that one. I was very happy for her.
Okay, so the others were the
Yeah.
Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite, Adam McKay for Vice, Spike Lee, Black Klansman, and Powell Pawlikowski for
Yeah.
Cold War.
I know. I didn't even heard of that movie or that guy,
No,
and I'm sure he did a great job.
yeah, I'm sure he did.
But
a great
Bradley
job.
Cooper's probably like, motherfucker, bro.
That was a good movie.
So I don't think he directs again for a while. I think he's going to be in some stuff.
I don't know, because Ben Affleck got right back on the horse. I think, it just depends on what projects they're putting in front of him,
There you go. Brent
and if
Bill,
Lady Gaga's going to be in it.
manager to the stars.
If Lady Gaga's in it, he's going to be directing it.
Speaking of stars, I'm happy for I can't say his name, the Colorado Rockies third baseman, the new highest paid baseball player in the history of baseball. Where did you see that coming? 32 million a year. What's his name? Norin.
Pulling it up for
Yeah.
you.
It's I can't pronounce it. But first of all, 6 years in
Nolan Arenado.
Arenado. We got 8 years, $260 million, something like that, or 280, something ridiculous. Works out to be about $32 million a year. And guess what? I'm happy for him. He didn't go to free market, didn't test the market, didn't care. Likes Colorado, going to play there for 8 years.
8 years, $260 million.
Now, what do you think numbers he's going to put up in Colorado? Look what he's done so far. Sneaky, dude. Top 5 in the last 5 years. Won a Gold Glove every year he's been there. I mean, shut down third baseman.
Does he go the way of Albert Pujols and slow down for the next few years because
No.
he got the money, he got the contract?
He's young, dude. This is good for Colorado. I'm happy for them. It's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money, and I think Bryce Harper's like licking his chops now, going,
Yeah,
well,
'cause
that's the number
he's-
now.
he's going to be the next guy.
And I don't think he gets an 8-year deal, Bryce Harper. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce Harper signed a 3-year, $100 million deal. 3 years, $100 million. Let's roll the dice. Let's put a team together for 3 years. Philadelphia. Let's go. Let's try to win it. Or if it's going really well, we'll tack on a year next year. Maybe fourth year for $40 million or whatever it is. But I don't see him doing a long-term 8-year deal.
Probably not.
But I think the per year max is the most important to him, for some reason, whatever his reasoning is. But yeah, I think I think it'd be good for him to settle down soon, to get with the team, and I think it should happen in the next week. Bryce Harper. So
I mean, it better. We're going to start soon.
baseball. I've been watching Yankee games already.
Where's he going to report? He's got to report soon somewhere.
He's got to go to oh shit. He's got to go to he's got to go to he's going to go to Philadelphia, I think. That's where he's going to land in the next week. And then they're off and running. Yankees look good by the way. The Yankees look pretty good this year. So far so good. I mean, it's spring training, but I like what I see so far. Very
so
happy.
maybe they are the favorite in the AL East.
They lost to Boston the first game.
Oh, there you
but
go.
That's spring training shit. It's fun to watch spring training games though. It's nice to get down there, see guys that you don't really know. You're like, oh, all right, that guy could be pretty good one day. But yeah, I'm excited baseball's coming back. Speaking of which, take a second to talk about Brody. For most of you that know, we lost a really dear friend this week, and it's been a little bit of a challenge for all of us to get our shit together and come out and do stuff that we normally do, podcasts and comedy and stuff. Tremendous baseball fan, our friend Brody Stevens. Tremendous comic and podcaster as well. His picture's right over here. It's his podcast. So I implore all of you. I'm sure most of you out there, if you're listening or watching, you're a fan of his as well. If you know me, he's been on my podcast. I've been on his podcast, and we're all friends with each other. And so today we're doing a very special tribute. His podcast was live on Wednesdays from 2 to 4 at the All Things Comedy Studio. So it's the Festival of Friendship with Brody Stevens, and today we're going to they're going to do the last one,
The final one, yeah.
to honor him and as a tribute to him. So if you're around today, 2 to 4 Pacific Standard Time, check out the All Things Comedy Facebook page. Everyone's going to be coming down to talk for a little bit, share some Brody stories, kind of cathartically salute him. And so I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be good for a lot of us. So if you're around and you get a chance, check it out. And if not live, download it later on.
It'll still be
It'll
there.
live later on. Again, March 5th, if you're in the Los Angeles area, the Comedy Store will be doing a big show and multiple shows, I think, at this point now, in the main room and the belly room, correct?
Just the main room.
Just the main room? Okay.
Yeah, but 2 shows in the main room, and it'll be raising money for mental health awareness.
Yeah. And I think some money is going to go to help Brody's family a little bit.
They said we appreciate it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Great. Well, then, yeah, we're going to raise money for mental health. So that's good. And
there'll
then,
be, people telling stories and doing stand-up. And then the March 11th, will be the official Comedy Store memorial for Brody.
mm-hmm.
It's a closed event, but they're going to Periscope everything live, so you can see all the speakers and hear all the stories. And
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, this is not what this podcast is about, but I wanted to take a second to make sure everyone knew the dates and the things that are happening for him, because, I mean, to sit here and just right now to try to get into how awesome and special he was, too much. But as a matter of fact, I did see, getting back to baseball, Joe Madden, the manager of the Cubs, had a really nice thing to say about Brody at his press conference. He was a big part of baseball teams. His best friend is bullpen catcher Mike Brazello, who's been with a couple different teams, the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Cubs. But I know Brody went out to a lot of the spring training for teams and kind of helped get with the guys and kind of get the camaraderie going. He was really good at that, and he knew baseball. He knew the ins and outs, and so he was comfortable around the field. And he played Division I baseball at Arizona State. So
they also did a nice tribute to him before a game when they found out the next game.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, check him out online if you get a chance, especially if you're a sports fan. Anyway, let's talk The Bachelor for a second. Did you watch this week's episode?
Yeah, very surprising.
Really? I know. The ending was very, very surprising. I got to say, it was the first time I was like, oh, wow, Bachelor, you got me on this one. Because I didn't see this one coming at all. The hometown thing, to me, was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it was all the same.
To me,
it's just like, I don't know this guy. It's been a month.
Thank God, though.
It seems like it's been way longer.
Thank God.
But it's only been a month.
Feels like it's been years.
Yeah.
I feel like all I've done. I feel like
it
this
feels
podcast
like they've all been in relationships for a long time, and he's gotten to know all of them very well. But he doesn't fucking know any of these girls.
None of them. None of them at all. None of them at all. And now the deer in headlights look from them coming back at him, being like, "Oh shit!" Like,
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
What are
What's
your
her name?
intentions
Had
with
the best,
my daughter?
That girl, Kaylin, is going to be the next Bachelorette.
That's what Cassie's saying too.
100%.
She said that last night when we were watching it. She's like, that girl. They haven't done anything to make her look bad.
The audition off of her speech, it's like, I just want to fall in love. Cassie saying to her, get engaged. Or did she say that to Cassie?
She said that to Cassie.
Cassie, get engaged. Okay. It was just the perfect sort of, I'm out of here, but here's my audition for like why you should remember me and why my heart is still precious and why my intentions are good and why I want to be married and why you should love me. And remember that to all the dudes. And that, to me, is the fucking play.
Yeah.
To me, that's the play. Because at some point you go, okay, I'm here because, okay, I want to be, in love or whatever. That's cool if the guy's cool. But let's get famous. And let's get to the point where it's like, hey, you know what? Why am I fucking slugging it out with 30 other girls when 30 dudes should be slugging it out for me? And I think that's the mental shift when they go, fuck that. I'm just going to go, there's no reason why. Because like when they realize, like, I believe now Cassie thinks that she's better than Colton. Like that, I believe that is her mentality. I do not believe that Kaylin, who got eliminated this week, that was her mentality. I believe she was kind of in this, but I do think she'll be the next Bachelorette. But I think that was Cassie's sort of like, why am I sitting here, fawning, doting, I don't know, falling all over this fucking guy when these guys, all my life, dudes have been falling all over me. And by the way, did you see Cassie's sister?
Yeah.
She's hotter than her. That's the next Bachelorette. Get that one out there. And then what's her name sister? Kaylin's sister. Did you see what was up with Kaylin's sisters? Was something wrong with her eyes?
No, they weren't proportional.
No, dude. Something's up with those eyes, bro. Like, I think she had like a bee sting in one of those eyes.
Be nice.
I'm being
That's her
nice.
family.
I'm trying to be nice, but I think she got stung by a bee in one of those eyes, bro. And that's why I was worried about her. I fully expected to see her with some ice pack on, like, the next shot on her eyeball. I'm just saying. It's,
So we have 3 front runners for who will be the next Bachelorette. It hasn't been announced yet.
What do you mean? They narrowed it down, but they now narrowed it down to 3? This is
as of 6 hours ago on E. They've posted. It's right now. It's 3. I mean, it could change.
Okay.
But right now, the producers are looking at Hannah B, Kaylin, and Demi.
Your call was always Demi, man.
But just imagine how much fun that would be.
Who?
I don't care about any of these bitches.
Yeah.
They need to work for my love.
Yeah, I guess so. Hannah B would be a nightmare. I would not want to watch that season. Yeah. She'd just be fake smiling.
We're not going to. We're not doing this.
I know we can't do this one again, dude.
We can do a different reality TV show.
Something else. Yes, we'll get down to something else.
Got to rotate it.
But I think it's going to be Kaylin.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it will be.
She'd be the sweetest pick, but the other two, a lot of drama.
I just hope Kaylin's sisters
what they want. They want the drama.
Get those bee sting eyes fixed before. Fuck, bro. I was like, what is happening here?
Those are nice girls in Virginia.
They are. I'm happy about the dads, though. Dad's laying down the law, being like, dude, what about
Tayshia's dad rolling over? He was like sticking to his guns, and he was like, yeah, you can have my blessing. The only one who manned up was Cassie's dad. He's like, no, this is too early.
And she's like,
yeah, she didn't even say she loved him.
And that's why him giving her the road, she was shocked.
But
she was shocked.
Christian called it last week as an insider who knows how that show operates and can tell what the guy's thinking. He said she's the favorite. There's something about her. He likes her. She didn't even say I love you. He told the other girls I love you, and she was like,
here's my prediction, bro. Here's my prediction. You ready for this? You ready for this, bro? She walks off next week. She quits the show.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me. Everyone else on my
that's
team
why
has
he
quit.
fucking loses it. That's why he loses it. Because
you know
he's
what?
like, I sent home a fucking chick who really wanted to marry me.
But you know what?
And he deserves that.
That is a very good prediction because in the next week on The Bachelor thing, she was in a car crying.
Yep.
And they don't cry if good things happen.
And they're not in cars crying
alone.
if good things are happening alone. No. They're being sent off somewhere else.
Well, son of a bitch. So I lose someone else.
Yeah, I know.
And he's not going to go with Tayshia. Hannah G is going to end up.
And fantasy suites. That's next week?
Mm-hmm.
So next week is fantasy suites and then the women tell all. It's 2 nights.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna get both nights in,
probably not.
but I want to see what happens at these fantasy
We could
suites.
do like a commentary episode on the fantasy suites. We could have it on and talk about it,
I mean,
or not on the tell all.
on the tell-all.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just like talk over it. Like, what
Yeah.
is this? Because I don't know if. Yeah. Ugh. I'm interested in these fucking fantasy suites. I want to see. I mean,
Yeah,
because
is he finally going to lose his virginity?
you guys one at a time, right?
Yes.
So,
Well, I hope so. I hope it isn't just all three of them go in the room and.
I know, but my question again, like, all right, so he goes to the first one. Let's just say it's Hannah, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes. Have you watched previously? Like, you don't obviously don't hear like sex sounds, but like if they have sex or not. Like they allude to the
I
fact.
don't know, but I think so.
Okay, so, but with this situation, it's like, are they gonna leave us like hanging? Like, did he really have sex or did he not have sex with all three of
Yeah,
them?
he's gonna come out and he's either gonna have that like smirk looking down face or he's not.
Does he have sex with more than one of them?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so?
He said, I'm waiting to
No.
fall in love. He's in love with all of them. It's going to happen.
There's no way he has
Yes.
sex with more than one, dude.
Yes.
No.
I will bet you he does.
Write it down. Write it down. You think this guy's going to hold off for 30 fucking years,
only
27 years?
And you don't fuck in your first, like, 10.
First of all, he should have fucked way long before this. This is
Well, yeah.
obviously. But what I'm saying is, like,
Maybe that's why he's so angry.
he's got to pick one, dude. I don't think he's going to go with both or 2 or 3 of them. I don't think he has sex. I think he has sex with one of them. And I don't think we're going to find out which one to the very end. Unless, wait, is the women tells all, is that after the fantasy suites?
Yeah.
Okay. So will they be like, and I fucked him too in the fantasy suite?
No, because they've
What?
already put episode. Well, they haven't done the fantasy suites yet.
But the fantasy suites episode.
Oh, you're talking
Monday.
about the
So
3
Tuesday,
girls.
No. Tuesday is the women tells all episode,
Yeah.
right? So we already have seen the fantasy suites thing. So do you think the women in the women tell all episode, the ones who are there?
No, I think what that is, it's here is the behind the scenes of these two having their argument and these two going at each other and these two telling Colton why the other one's a bitch.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be, I fucked
Got
him.
it. I got it. All right. Well, I thought I was going to find because I don't think he's going to have sex with more than one. He's going to.
I think he's going to.
Well, what do you guys think? Does he have sex with 0, 1, 2, or 3 women next week? 2.
Maybe not next week, but I think before it's all done, he sleeps with 2 of them.
No, it's
Of the
next
3.
week, dude.
No. He doesn't propose. There's still going to be. He's got to eliminate one.
So
and
wait,
then he
next
has
week's
2
fantasy
left.
suites, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he eliminates one, so there's
Eliminates
2
one.
left, and then it's like the big American Idol finale where it's like, here's these 2. Which one are you proposing to? And he's going to take one off, and she's going to think, oh, he's going to propose, and he's going to be like, go home. And then he goes to the other one and proposes. That's how it's going to go down.
Wow. Do you think he's going to have sex with someone and send them home?
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes.
Next week, you think he's going to have sex with 2 people?
If he's smart and he's going to marry, I'm sure he's gotten advice from somebody saying you should sleep with these girls to see who you actually really like before you decide to marry
I would have
them.
told him that a long
Well,
fucking
yeah.
time ago,
So-
way before this show.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be 2
Hey,
girls.
before you go on
maybe
national
not
TV
next week, but over
have
the
sex
course
for the
of the
first
next
time,
few weeks.
maybe you should try it a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
You dumb dildo. You big dumb dildo. God, I mean,
He does a lot of charity work, though. He's a good guy.
I'm sure he is, but
Did you hear him scream when he jumped out of the plane? It was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
that whole thing. What I mean, like the trips home and like the I'll get a taxi and the carriage pulls up. Who's I'm trying to, like, I guess I would Hannah, the tall Hannah. That's like the life. I'd be like, all right, well, like the mother was a little bit like, what you want with my daughter?
Yeah. You're in the deep south now, boy.
Yeah, you're in the deep south. But she seems the one that's like, I'm going for it in the fantasy suites. I'm gonna rock his world.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not? This is the easiest job you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Take off your clothes. Bingo. You win. Who do you think goes home next week?
Well, I mean, just based on Cassie crying in the car at the end of the episode, and it is the wall jump episode, I think it's going to be her. But I think if nothing happens, because maybe they wouldn't reveal that, then it's probably Tayshia. I think he had the most resistance from her family, other than Cassie, who I think he loves. He would pick Cassie if he could.
Yeah.
So I think Tayshia goes home.
I think it's going to be Cassie. I mean, Cassie goes home next week, whether it be on her own accord, which I think it might be, or the fact he sends her home.
It's probably what's going to happen.
And
But
she'd
if
be
she
pissed
doesn't,
about it.
it's going to be Tayshia.
All right, what else is happening this week? I'm all over the fucking place. Oh, by the way, to Sam Tripoli, we have to have him back on the podcast because the Clippers are in. We just passed 2 weekends ago the All-Star break, which I remember Sam being like the Clippers would be in the top 3. This is in the conference, or maybe even I stretched to 4. They're not even. They're in the 8th place, barely hanging on 9th place right now.
Falling apart.
Falling
They won
apart.
last night, though.
But I don't think that the Los Angeles Lakers are going to make the playoffs this year. There's about 20 games left. They are 2 games out. Where's ESPN? And I don't think it's happening.
I hope not. I got a bet going with Brian, the producer here.
You do?
We made a bet. I said they're not going to make it out of the first round of the playoffs. So if they don't even make the playoffs, I fucking win.
Yeah, where are they right now? Let's see, standings. No, I don't. I mean, playoffs. They're out. 2 games out, I think, right now.
Now, is it just because the West is super competitive, or
3
is
games
it just
out.
because I don't watch a lot of basketball?
Yeah, the West is super competitive,
'Cause
and the
that's how
Lakers
it-
are not competitive.
That's how it is in the NHL right now. The Eastern Conference is so competitive. Every good team is in the East, and then the West is just so mediocre.
And everyone just assumed because he's been to whatever 8 straight finals or made the playoffs every year, it's that he's going to do it again. It's just I don't think it's going to happen this year.
I mean, it's refreshing to see that it's like, okay, yeah, he is like the best player in the league, but you can't just have one guy.
If they sneak in,
And chemistry is important, and
yeah, I seriously don't think
I'm gonna see them on Friday. We're going to that game.
Oh, really? Who are they playing? Have you seen LeBron play before?
I've never seen LeBron play before.
That's cool.
So watch him twist an ankle or something, and he'll be out Friday.
Speaking of,
I don't know I forget who they're playing. It wasn't anybody. It was like, who is the cheapest game I can get my girlfriend tickets to?
speaking of twisting, let's talk about Bob Kraft for a second.
Yeah.
This is just to embarrass him. Am I right? This is literally to embarrass the man.
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard now, there's not a lot. He's not even the most famous person on this list.
No.
But this is the first one to get out.
But I'm happy.
You are.
Yeah. Fuck the Patriots. The guy can do what he wants. I think it's ridiculous, but fuck the Patriots.
Do you think he actually gets penalized?
I mean, he could definitely get fined, and I don't know if he'll do jail time, but he could get fined.
Okay. Do you think there are 2 videos of him soliciting the old happy ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the videos apparently are all the way to conclusion, like all the way to the end. You know what I'm talking about there, Brenton?
Some poor judge has to watch that. Somebody's getting paid to watch those videos over and over again.
If that video made itself onto the internet, would you watch that video?
No. I'm good.
All the way to the end, Brenton.
I'm good on that.
You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't be at least a little bit curious to see, like, what that looked like all the way to the end.
Tom Brady's watching that video.
He loves that video. Mm-hmm. That's my Bob.
No, that's creepy. Why? That's fucking creepy. Who would want to watch that?
On a loop.
Who would want to do that? What's wrong with you people?
I mean, I would like to laugh at it.
Can't eat cheese ever again.
Bob, you there?
Maybe he was trying to call us earlier.
Just having fun with this thing now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never. Ugh. I think the hand job, the happy ending massage parlor industry is going to take a real hit.
No, I think they'll be fine.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
It's good. I mean, they're talking about human trafficking, bro. Human trafficking. That sounds pretty bad. Bob Kraft, human trafficker. Sounds way worse than Bob Kraft. Get it twisted.
I mean, he's kind of been doing that anyway. It's essentially what the NFL is.
Man, you're a fucking disgruntled Bills fan. Can't even talk to you about this subject. All right, we're gonna cut this podcast short this week. I got an audition to get to by 10:30. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to whoever fucking called in. Really, thank you. Was that a Skype? That was actually someone willing to go on air with us.
Wait, we're gonna just let people Skype in, and then their face is just gonna appear on the podcast?
No, it's just a phone number, just
Okay.
like a regular phone call. And honestly, that one came up as unknown person, so I don't know who it was. We can't even call back and yell at them.
Yeah, it was Robert Kraft for sure.
It was no. You know what? Dude, I'm being serious when I tell you. I think it was Bradley Cooper trying to really clear up probably slanderous language on your behalf.
I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking.
Well, maybe he was trying to call in, and this was our opportunity to set the record straight.
And then maybe he realized where his heart is, and that's with Lady Gaga, and decided, I'm going to hang up because I don't want to give out any more lies. The line's done.
What are the odds right now? You want to make a bet right now that Bradley Cooper in 1 year from now is not with Lady Gaga? Huh? Do you want to do that?
I'll do that.
Great, no problem. And they're not even going to have sex or anything. Put that on the board, BetDSI. Speaking of which, betdsi.com, ladies and gentlemen. The number one website if you'd like to go online and bet on things, okay? They have live betting. Look, let me get the website right here. Bingo, look at this. Look at this. Basketball, all the odds, the spreads. They got all the different, wait, look at this up here.
Yeah,
Bingo.
get ready. March Madness is coming up really soon.
Classic book, sports book, retro book. They got a casino. You can bet on horses, except that not at Santa Anita, apparently.
They have fun contests. They don't let you bet it.
No, Santa Anita shut down for a little while. They lost 19 horses died
Whoa.
in 2 months. They think it's the cold.
Mm.
It's fucking crazy over there. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with BetDSI, ladies and gentlemen. You go there, use the promo code WTO100, and they will double your first entrance into the what you deposit in. It's a great website. I use it all the time. You can do prop betting. They have political odds. They have all the Academy Awards stuff they had going on. So betdsi.com. Their payouts are quick and fast. They will get it to you promptly right into your account. Check it out, betdsi.com. Use the promo code WTO100. Anything you'd like to promote this week besides what we've done already?
Just tune in at 2 for the Brody thing. The next All Things Comedy shows are Sunday night in the main room and next Thursday at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood.
I again will be at both shows, March 5th and the 11th Memorial for Brody. And then I'll head on the road at the end of March. I'm going to St. Louis, to Indianapolis, to Buffalo, to Arlington, Virginia, to Cleveland. So all the tickets are on my website, steverenneseasy.com. Please check out the website for tickets and show information. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for listening. Again, tune in today at 2 o'clock if you can, if you're around, for the Festival of Friendship with Brody Stevens. $200 my way from Little Bettlecombe.
That's to your kids' college funds.
Yeah, and then also I got to give 100 of this to Harloff because we split it. And let me get the theme song back up. Where's my man?
I'll start doing push-ups.
Start doing some push-ups to get us out of here. What's the odds with Steve Renneseasy, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Steve Renneseasy. Soccer. What the fuck?